I have a brother who has one of those innovative minds. You don't know who he is because he hasn't made an electric car or sent a rocket into space or created the most wondrous app for your iPhone. No, his endeavors were on the creative side. I use the past tense because Jimmy, my brother, has Parkinson's, and he cannot use his hands anymore to make the wondrous and fanciful creations that he has. Those days are over. My cousins and I formed a small army to take care of Jimmy in his illness. My one cousin, he was his personal caretaker for many years. But now that Jimmy's Parkinson's has taken over and he has steeped into the madness of the final stages of the disease, he has had to go into assisted living. His madness makes him see things that aren't really there. Well, now I thought, hasn't Jimmy always seen things that aren't really there? The difference between now and then is that once upon a time, he could take those things that he saw deep in his mind and take his hands and make things, or bring those hallucinations, if you will, into a reality. Knowing Jimmy won't ever get better really saddens me. It's beyond the idea that he's my brother and I will lose him soon. It's the idea that he won't create anymore. Well, I've been through this before with my mother, this situation of having to watch them deteriorate. Because of this urgency and because of the caretaking of my mother, I've learned to live the serenity prayer. God, help me accept the things that I can't do anything about, and God, help me change the things I can do something about. And God, give me the wisdom to know the difference. You see, with Jimmy and his innovations, since you don't know who he is, I've decided you will know who he is. You will see his creations, you will know his story, and so this is where I start with this little video. We're going to look at his, well, what I call the Polaroid project. Those of you who are quite young won't know what a Polaroid camera is or was. A Polaroid camera was like any camera that used to carry film. Yes, cameras used to have film inside. And this film, once you took the picture, this film came right out of the camera. It looked like this. You couldn't touch the picture because the toner on the picture was drying and solidifying. If you smudged it, well, you would ruin your picture. But Jimmy's thought, in his mind that sees things the rest of us don't, he thought, what if I purposely moved that wet toner around? What would happen? Well, what would happen is that he turned these photos into somewhat like paintings. Of course, you have Photoshop now to do these things for you. You don't have to sit there and manipulate this little picture to turn it into a painting. An app does it for you. But you see, this is what Jimmy could do with his hands and his mind to visualize it. Let's look at his series of paintings on Polaroid. Many years ago, Jimmy first told me about his Parkinson's. My mind held steady when he said it, but my heart skipped a beat. How, I wanted to know, would he go on with life, knowing that his hands would soon deny him the ability to create? In one of his many hallucinations recently, he saw me living in his house. And now I think that wasn't so much of a hallucination, but a prophecy. It's not that I'm going to go live in his house. It's that I'm going to become the house that will hold his creations. And you are invited in to Jimmy's house to see all of his creations. There'll be more of these videos as I talk about his photography, his sculpting, and his painting.